Hi, everybody. It's Jodi, and we are in the nest with another amazing friend and fellow mom. And I'm going to let Tammy introduce herself and tell you, who she is and how old her children are in a minute. But we were having a phone conversation literally minutes before we were planning on shooting the episodes for In the Nest, and we hung up. She was telling me a story, and I literally picked up the phone and said, "You have to come over tonight. You have to come over tonight." So go ahead and introduce yourself, and then we'll get back into that.
So here I am. I came over.
Yes, she did.
Hi, I'm Tammy Astorino, and I have two children. My daughter is 18 and off to college next year,
Woo!
and I have a son who is 15, and we'll tell a little about him with my story. I'll
Yes.
leave you in suspense. And I co-founded and lead an organization called Rise Gatherings. We create retreat experiences for women.
Amazing retreat experiences for women. I participated in a day-long Rise event up in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, at a beautiful retreat house that Tammy hosts them in. And it talk about you'll hear me talk about self-care a lot. It was a day of self-care. You provide such an amazing space of self-care for women. So, and I just totally resonate with that. But so we were on the phone. And I did know, I was aware that your daughter had just graduated high school. So, we were getting ready for that partial empty nest, which, by the way, I was very sad when Ellie was growing up because my daughter's older, my son's younger, because my manicure partner, my fashion stylist was gone. But I also realized I was really excited to get to know Daniel without that personality in the house because she's a big personality and that's not bad, but and so here you are, getting ready to send your daughter off to college, and you're going to have your son at home, and then share with everybody what happened. And this is why I invited her on here.
Sure. So my son is 6'4" at 14. He was born that way and has always been super tall. And everybody said, you're going to play basketball. And his dad, who's a tennis player, was like, maybe you like tennis. But we also, let me just tell you this
Yeah, go
about
ahead.
my husband and my parenting philosophy. My husband was a professional tennis player. When we got married, I was like, oh my gosh, my kids are going to be amazing at tennis, like free
Yes.
lessons. And then my husband said, no, it's up to our kids to pick what they're going to do. And I was like, okay.
Okay, he had the head on
But he was
straight,
all
huh?
about fueling their passion. So when my son realized not only was he tall, but he also really did love basketball, he has pursued it and his love for it. So this year, after attending an academy in Florida where they have camps, he started bringing up the topic of attending there full time in their boarding school program. And
Just pause for a moment.
yeah,
Boarding school, going to 10th grade,
yeah,
away from home. I mean, I just take a moment because that's like a big
yeah.
for a mom.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Which is why I said it quickly.
Yeah.
That's what we do with our emotions.
So I'm
right?
making you think about it. No cry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
no, no,
So
no.
go ahead. So he
Okay.
tells you that he's
Right.
thinking of this.
So my reaction was twofold. One, like, what? Using my kids' words, like, that's so extra.
Is that a thing? Is that like an expression?
Yes,
Oh,
like when
I'm out of
something,
it.
right? Like over the top, like maybe not necessary, like too much.
Learn
Like,
something new.
can't you be good at basketball here?
Okay.
And like, I've been preparing for when my kids were little, you calculate the year that it's
Yes.
going to be where they're going to go to college and your life is going to change. And that was messing with my plan. And so there was some resistance on my part. Some
Naturally
of it selfish that I felt like, no, I want to parent you for this next year.
Yeah.
And I didn't plan to be an empty nester. I think it scared me because while I admire all of the, like, it's your time and I am ready and excited for what's next in my life, I love being a mom and I love having kids and their friends in the house. So what we discussed is that it wasn't extra and that it really wasn't about getting him into a college or like that he's some kind of prodigy, that this is really about him giving something his 100%. And when you love something as anyone, I mean, it's the greatest thing in the world if you can truly pursue it with the resources that are available to you.
And he's how old?
15.
He's 15. And if
He's a rising 10th grader.
He's a rising 10th
Yeah.
grader. But and you said something, not every 15-year-old has a passion. Not every 50-some-year-old has a passion. You know, I use that, I don't do that find your passion thing because I think it puts too much stress on people. But when you shared this with me on the phone, my response was, it was exactly what you said. It was because I have just been on this journey of the art of learning to let go of things. Even through all the years of empty nest that I'm experiencing, I'm still learning to let go of things with my children. And my first thought and response to you was, wow, that you and your husband, but I always go for the mom, no offense to husbands, you know, that you were able to let go of the mom thing and put his desire to try it out.
Yeah.
That was really amazing and really grown up of you. And really a moms who dare thing. You were very daring in that. So
Thank you.
I just thought it was really important to share that because there's a lot of us out there that struggle with, we have a plan in mind and this is the way we do things. We go to high school, we go to college, and it's scary for us as adults to deviate from what we think is the way to go.
Yes.
And to let our kids fly that way. We're really teaching them that, you know, it's okay to pursue something, and if it works out, great. If it doesn't, you learn something from it. And it's going to work out either way, whether he pursues basketball or not.
Exactly.
Because he's going to learn something about
He's
himself.
going to have learned what it meant to work hard, and that there is no one way to go through life.
So you and your husband, I mean, hats off to you guys, because this parenting thing, it ain't easy. And you guys, I think it's just great. And we're here for you.
Thank you. Thank you. It makes it easier for sure because I am inspired by the women who, the demographic that shows up the most for Rise gatherings is women whose children have grown, who are claiming and remembering and transforming and becoming more of who they are. And that inspires me deeply. So I'm ready to join you.
All right. So we'll join each other. We're big fans of each other. So thanks for coming, Tammy. I really appreciate it. On such short notice you came.
Thank you.
And everybody out there, if you want to connect with me, because I do thrive in connecting with other moms and other women, please go over to jodisilverman.com, click the In the Nest tab, and connect away. And you can say it with me, and we're going to do a cheers for it. But as I always say, dare on.
Dare on.